sort of referred to as math problems. You guys also talk about it in terms of like gear checks. And this is sort of the thing of, do you have enough gear to be able to serve take the sheer amount of burst damage that we're about to deal to you. It can also be things like, how much healing can you take because we're doing a huge amount of area effect damage. These are all kinds of math problems. Another one that we started doing a whole lot more in Burning Crusade was the beating the clock style of encounters, where it's not just about staying alive, it's about can you actually do enough damage within a lot of time to defeat the encounter. And this is to prevent you from rolling in with just a few tanks and all healers. If you could do that and you make the fight last 25 minutes, not only is it a boring 25-minute fight, but it's just not fun. So here's a couple of examples of these kinds of encounters. We have a Patchwork. Patchwork is a very simple encounter. He hit really, really hard. You had to have great tanks, you had to have great healers. Another one from Burning Crusade, Gruul the Dragon Slayer. Here's an encounter where if you don't have really great DPS and he continues to grow and grow and grow, then eventually it gets to the point where your tanks just can't tank the damage anymore, and again, you lose. So then we have another challenge type, and these are what we refer to as just really complex plans. These are the style of encounters where there's typically a whole lot of multiple tasks, multiple targets. Ad fights would come into this. Things like for the Prince Kael'thas fight. Prince Kael'thas fight, it's not just Prince Kael'thas, thanks. It's Prince Kael'thas and his 4 council members, and it's a 5-phase fight. It's unbelievably epic, and it's not just a matter of tanks picking up targets, healing. We have parts of this fight where mages and warlocks might tank Astromancer Pernian. So there's a whole lot of things going on to this fight, and a lot of the challenge is learning the plan and dealing with it. Another type of challenge that makes for a really complex plan is a whole lot of movement and positioning as part of the fight. The best example I have of this is Shade of Iran. Shade of Iran has 3 different phases, and the 3 different phases, the Fire Arcane and the Frost phases, they all have a different type of challenge to it where you have to move in a different way. In some cases, it's don't move for the fire phase, but for the other 2 phases, you might have to move around the room avoiding the blizzard, or you might need to get to the edge to avoid the arcane explosion. And here's another sort of catch-all thing of unique mechanics. One of the more fun things we do as encounter designers is just coming up with really new things that you guys have never seen before, and you have to learn how to deal with the particular mechanic we come up with. In Burning Crusade, we did a whole lot more with different types of dungeons. Black Morass isn't like any of the other dungeons we've done before. It's an event where you've got a purpose, you've got a goal, and it drives you forward. You don't really have a huge amount of time to stop and wait. You've always got, oh, where's the next Rift Lord? Where's the next Rift Keeper? Oh, there's the boss, get it. And then we come down to another type of challenge, which is individual responsibility. This can sort of just sum up as react or else. This is how we do a lot of these. And it rewards player attention and situational awareness. And there's both good and bad things about this, but it makes raids, the success of the raid dependent upon just how good your weakest player is. And here's a couple examples for these types of fights. Here's Baron Geddon with his living bomb. Everyone's had a lot of fun. I know a lot of guilds, they have bounty systems where if you got the bomb, you got gold, depending on how you were able to go and kill someone with it. And here we have what's been termed the DDR encounter, Hagen the Unclean, where the entire guild during part of the bit goes back and forth in the room, and if you don't go back and forth in just the right way, you all die. So here's another way we make encounters a little bit more difficult, and this is one that's pretty controversial, and I know everyone's real sensitive to it, and it's random elements. But random elements are something that's present in all of our encounters, and all that's just because of the way the WoW combat system works. You have random crits, you miss, you hit, you have crushing blows, you have spell resist,